Hello and welcome to the Veterans Rally Point Podcast, the podcast created by veterans for veterans and their families. And now, from the Easterseals Veterans Rally Point Studios in Norwich, Connecticut, here are your hosts.
Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens here at Riverview in Simsbury. It is our Spring Fling. It's our big fundraiser for Easterseals of Capital Region and Eastern Connecticut. I am so excited to be a part of tonight's gala. We have so much to show you. In fact, my co-host, the beautiful Nubia Taylor, is dressed way better than I am. Nubia is standing by with a special guest.
Thank you, Dave, and you look great too in that white tie. So, Wendy, what a beautiful occasion today, and you look like a ray of sunshine.
Well, I'm standing next to another ray of sunshine, and I'm so pleased to welcome everybody tonight to our Easterseals event of the year, our largest fundraiser, the Crystal Ball. And tonight the theme is Spring Fling, and even though there's a lot of rain outside, we have transformed this space into a garden oasis, and we are just so thrilled to be here for our largest fundraiser.
Can you tell us a little bit about all of these different prizes that you have here to win tonight?
Absolutely. The really important thing to know about all of these items is that we have several committees that help us to get over 100 items that guests can walk around and bid on their phones in real time. And we can't do this without the help of our philanthropy committee, our Crystal Ball committee, and this team working together to get donations from the community, ranging from margarita baskets to chef experiences. We actually have an experience with a chef, Chef Tyler, who has cooked for Sir Paul McCartney.
Whoa.
I think that's a little bit better cooking than I do at home. What do you think?
Exactly. And so now tell us a little bit about this is your biggest fundraiser of the year.
It is our largest annual fundraiser, and I'd like to thank our sponsors. We have many, many corporate and company sponsors who fill all of these tables, and we cannot really fund our disability and veterans programs without the help of those sponsors. So I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, Stanley Black & Decker and Pratt & Whitney, and all of the other company sponsors that really believe in our mission of helping people with disability and veterans, and they make this night so successful. So we are so grateful.
I'll tell you, your team did a wonderful, wonderful job. It looks spectacular here. So we thank you, and back to you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nubia. Well, I mean, you and I are old hat at this stuff on TV. It seems like we've been making a lot of appearances on behalf of Easterseals.
Well, Dave, when you have a tag team like us, I guess we're just getting more and more popular. It's great.
Now, another successful night, but we changed venue, but still, what an elegant evening.
It's so beautiful here. We walked in today as things were being set up, and I was just in awe of the transformation in the ballroom. And now, because it's a little bit rainy tonight, we're able to come in out of the rain and have some sunshine and some springtime feeling.
And it's such a great night, such a great event. How important is tonight for the success year-round of Easterseals?
Incredibly important. This is our largest fundraiser of the year, and for an organization like Easterseals, we rely heavily on the support of our community, our sponsors, our donors, and this just brings everyone together and really helps to support and make better all of the programs that we offer.
So many amazing people behind the scenes putting this together with Wendy and Liz and everybody. I mean, it is a labor of love for this entire organization.
It certainly is, and we start planning, the next event right after one event ends, and so it's, a year long of planning and excitement and bringing things together, and now when you see the final product, it's really just amazing. We just hope everybody has a great time tonight.
I'm having a great time. In fact, we'll probably go book our next appearance on The Tonight Show or one of those shows, right?
I think we're going to have to get an agent.
You heard that, Nubia? We need an agent, so see if you can find somebody in this crowd. Back to you.
Thanks, Dave. He's somewhere looking for an agent. He doesn't need any more publicity. But, sir, it's nice to be here with you.
Oh, thank you very much.
So what does Easterseals mean to you?
Well, I started about 5 years ago with Easterseals, Veterans Rally Point. I was actually the vice president for a while. Great organization, but I want to even crank it back several years ago. My late wife had Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, and the first organization that came to help us out was Easterseals. Moving it forward a little bit, probably about several years after that, I had a young son born that was a little bit of speech delayed. And Easterseals stepped in again with births of 3. And then when I retired in 2017, I struggled through a big transition on the military side, didn't have a job, and I was asked within about a year if I would consider working for Easterseals. A program was standing up called Veterans Rally Point. So I was really blessed to be hired by Easterseals and be part of that program and work with a great team for almost 5 years. And then this past May, I was asked if I'd be considered to be the Commissioner of Connecticut Department of Veterans Affairs. And I was nominated in May by Governor Lamont, and I started the job in June.
So if somebody wants to be involved in Easterseals, how important is that to you?
For others to be involved,
Yes. What would you say?
really important, great organization. And I know that you've done some things with the social media part of Easterseals, so I'm really excited to hear about that.
Yes, they have a wonderful program for podcasting, and that's why I'm here.
And you have a great mentor that's helped with that program.
Absolutely do have a great mentor.
You
to help
really
with that
do.
program.
And that's Dave. You couldn't get any better than Dave.
Yes, and
Right?
sir, thank you for the interview, and thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Back
Appreciate
to
it.
you. Dave is somewhere looking for an agent. Back to you, Dave.
Well, Nubia, yeah, I couldn't find an agent, but I could find a TV star. I got Dennis House from WTNH, one of the legendary anchors here. And Dennis, this event is amazing. Why do you come and be a part of this every year?
So Easterseals, looking way back, I remember going to an Easterseals event when I first came to Hartford. I was holding a kid for a picture. He's probably 30 years old now. And it was great. And Denise DeCenzo and I also attended an Easterseals event together. So I'm now the president of the Denise DeCenzo Foundation, and we donated some money to tonight's event.
You've also, Wayne, her husband, donated to our Veterans Rally Point program, this very podcast. So it's been great, and we're working on naming our studio after Denise, but she'd be so proud of what you guys continue to do with Easterseals.
Well, I hope so. And Denise guides us every single day. She was an amazing human being, and she loved to meet the people behind Easterseals. She loved to meet the people who were helped by Easterseals and other organizations that she and I were a part of.
All right. Well, hey, Robin and I are still looking for that agent. Can you hook us up with anybody?
You know what? I used to have an agent, but then I decided I can probably do it by myself. So I like to negotiate by myself, but I can help you out.
Those agents are kind of sleazy anyway, Dennis. So
I was great, but I just didn't, we kind of outgrew them.
In a few words, Easterseals is the best thing that ever happened to Caesar. I can't thank everyone at Easterseals enough. Thank you for giving me a few minutes and supporting Easterseals tonight. It is important to give to organizations like Easterseals so that more people like my brother find an inclusive and a safe place to grow. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
But we want to raise money because when you see a family like that, someone like Caesar affected by Easterseals, you know where all this money is going to go. We have some amazing items available this evening. Let's welcome our auctioneer, Matt Godby here, a third-generation auctioneer and a 3-time finalist to the International Auctioneers Championship. Matt, take it away.
Come over here so she can see my face. Are you done? 4,500 to be done. 4,500 and 4,500. 4,500.
Here for our Easterseals. Our theme tonight is spring and growth, which is so appropriate given the growth that our team at Easterseals is really working on this year. Growing our services for people with developmental and intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, exploring cutting-edge technology for autism diagnostics, which I'm so excited about. Expanding career development and employment programs for veterans and people with disabilities, because we believe at Easterseals that anyone who wants to work should have the opportunity to do so in a meaningful way.
First, I want to recognize the outstanding work of Wendy Archer, Head of Marketing and Philanthropy at Easterseals. There she is in her beautiful orange dress over there. Also want to thank Wendy's team and our amazing Crystal Ball Committee.
This is one of my favorite nights of the entire year. And I'm so proud to say that this year has been my 20th year volunteering for Easterseals. And I'm so proud to be here.
He's a motivational speaker. He's a philanthropist. He's a professor. He's a TV host. He's an Easterseals board member. He's a great person, and I've gotten to know him the last few years, and he's a friend. He's just an awesome guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dave Stevens.
Wow, with an intro like that, I thought God himself had come down tonight. But no, I'm excited to be here tonight, and thank you guys so much for being part of an amazing evening. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this amazing media program that we've started at Veterans Rally Point.
Thank you. And I want to thank Easterseals for having me. It's truly an honor to be here at such an amazing event with you, people doing amazing things, helping an amazing organization raise money. I mean, that's why we're here. And I'm going to share you my recovery and how I relate to all the programs and services that Easterseals offers to people like myself.
It was great to have you here tonight, and I know you're at a loss for words a little bit, but what a great performance you had tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got overwhelmed, and I usually don't. I have a very structured speech that I usually give regarding my recovery and why I was at the marathon that day, and I was unable to perform tonight to my likings. You know, I know the crowd enjoyed hearing from me and listening to what I had to say, but, you know, unfortunately I felt that I underserved this community with my engagement tonight.
No, you did great, and again, you know, your story is so inspiring, not because of what you went through, but how you've handled yourself after it and the work you continue to do, like the Marc Network.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You know, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with a lot of support, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give back support and resources to a community that struggles to find those resources and that support.
And I think these people need to see that. They don't get to tangibly come up to somebody who's been a part of history. You didn't want to be part of history, but you are, and you continue to showcase how you've overcome it and the things that you're going to do to help people.
Yeah, no, it's a choice in life. You know, it's a choose to focus on what you can control and not what you can't control. So I'm out here focusing on what I can control and trying to give back like so many people gave to me, and that's what we're trying to do with the Marc Network, the Mobility Awareness Resource Community. We're trying to have that centralized location of resources and information and inspiration for people facing mobility challenges.
Well, Nubia, it's been an amazing night. I've been to a couple of these. This is your first. What are your thoughts?
I'm speechless. This was beautiful. It was magnificent. It was magical.
And we raised a lot of money. We had all kinds of things that were up for auction. What was your biggest takeaway from tonight?
The amount of generosity that people just were giving. The testimonies were great. The people were wonderful. I just love how they support veterans. I just can't wait to come back next year.
It's for a great cause, and of course, we got to represent Veterans Rally Point in our podcast, so I'm very excited that the people get to see the work that we're doing, and of course what you're doing.
Yes, and I can be your agent.
That's right. I do need an agent because we're on TV so much, but we want to thank everybody that supports Easterseals. I think Nubia and I are going to go dance, so that's it from our Veterans Rally Point podcast at the Spring Fling. Let's go dance.
Let's go dance.